Welcome if you're new here, welcome back if you're not. My name is Kenzie, this is my book channel, and we have a little April reading wrap up. I think I'm going to do these like every other month, just so that way it doesn't get like overwhelming and it's not like, okay, like the first week of every month I do, TBR picking, and then the last week of every month I do wrap ups, and then like those 2, maybe 3 weeks in between our other videos. Like that just seems boring. So I'm also not doing a TBR picking for May because I have other videos that I am planning on putting out, but I can't say anything about it right now. And also how do I put this? It's just gonna be easier if I don't have books that have not already been pre-chosen. What? I don't know. Anyway, I don't know what that meant. Point is not picking books, not using my beautiful jar right here. So, anyway, let's get into it. So, the first book I read this month was King of Greed by Ana Huang. This book, if you know me, you know that I have been loving the Kings of Sin series. Like, I'm obsessed with Dante and Kai. Dominic, my man in here, he was stupid. And he definitely should have made better choices, but I did still really, really, really like this book. I give it a 4.5 star, and if you see me looking down, it's because I've got my phone right here with notes explaining. I had to do that quick so nothing was spoiled. Anyway, explaining. No. What was I saying? It was really, really cute. This storyline was definitely, I don't want to say it was unique, but I think the way that Ana went about it was very unique because it's a second chance romance, but it's not like it's not a cheating thing either. It's like marriage in trouble, second chance romance. Like, it was so cute, and there's one really, really funny scene. If you've read it, you probably know what scene I'm talking about. The library scene. The library scene. It was so funny. I'm literally sitting there reading it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, no way this happened. Like, it was so funny, and this was just such a cute little romance, cute storyline. Definitely not my favorite of the men in this series. Dante is my favorite, him and Kai. But yeah, 4.5, which is really, really high. Okay, well, I mean, obviously it's not as high as like a 5-star or even like a 6-star, but you know what I mean. All right, next was The Cruel Prince. This one I had thoughts about. This one was, it's definitely YA. Like, it's 100% YA. Like, there is no way that this is for older adults unless they prefer YA. That's not to say it was bad by any means. It just was not my cup of tea. I do want to continue the series, but there were a lot of things that happened in this book, and I'm like, why? The point of this was why? Was what? Like, huh? So I ended up giving this one a 3.75 star because, again, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it either, and I am willing to continue the series. One of my friends who has read the series has said that the other 2 books are better. So, but I am glad that I finally got to this book and I finally finished it and everything. So, ow. Okay. Next was The Selection. I don't have the physical copy right now because I was borrowing it from a friend. The Selection. Prince Maxon. Maxon, yeah. He is such a sweetheart. He's awkward, and he has no idea how to handle like anything female related, but he is such a sweetheart, and I wish for the best for him. This book did end kind of on a cliffhanger, kind of not. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really remember that, but point is, super cute book. I love Prince Maxon. I definitely want to finish out the series, and I actually found out that through a certain channel, podcast artist thing, I don't know. I can listen to the other books on Spotify, so. And did I already say what I gave this book? If not, I'm gonna say it again. 3.75. Again, fairly highly rated. But there were some things I didn't care for, like a certain male who decided to be a jerk and let his own pride get in the way of love. If you know, you know. So, and another dude who was really a jerk. Like, was just, he makes me question why, like, he makes me question his morals. I don't remember what the dude's name was, though. Anyway, next, I read it, you guys. I read Twisted Games. If you guys were here for my April TBR video, one of the prompts was give the Twisted series a second chance, and I did. I read Twisted Games. I didn't absolutely hate it. I give it a 3.75. I had a lot of 3.75s this month. But I give it a 3.75. I didn't hate it. That one, I think the only reason I didn't give it a 4-star was because there were certain words used a lot that I personally, I don't like. Like, I don't mind cuss words, but there were certain words that are derogatory terms for body parts that I hate seeing. I hate reading, I hate hearing. They're gross. To me, they're gross. They're not words I like to use. They're not words I like to hear. So there was that. And there was also, I've noticed that in the Twisted series, there is primarily lust. And then in the Kings of Sin series, there is lust, but there's also a good amount of love put in there. So yeah, I did read Twisted Games. Again, didn't hate it. 3.75. Definitely my favorite of the series. At least it's gonna have to be, because I do not think I'm going to continue the series. I would rather read the Kings of Sin series or literally any other book. That's not to say that the series is bad by any means. If you love the Twisted series, good for you. Not me. Not me. And that's okay. So, anyway, next. Which, this book is a bit of a different story. I'm still currently reading it, but I'm counting it towards my April. My April reading. Same with a few other books that I'll explain in a minute, and I'll explain why. Even though I'm technically filming this on May 1st. Anyway, You Should Have Come Here by Geneva Rose. I am about 50% of the way through. And normally once I get to the 50% mark, I can tell what the star rating is going to be, unless something like very significant happens that changes that. I'm going to say like a 3.75. No, 3.5 to 3.75, something like that. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the mystery. I'm enjoying the fact that when I think I know who it is, it's not actually who it is. And here's the thing is a lot of the times with mystery thrillers, I figure it out really easily. And I don't know if that is because I have no trust in the world. And so if I'm like, oh, this person's being weirdly nice, that's a red flag. Or if it's just because I grew up on like Criminal Minds and NCIS that I can figure it out that quickly. But for this one, I'm like, oh, obviously it's this person. And then you're like, wait, what if it's not? Like Five Survive, I figured it out like that. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, like that. So, but, which are two of my favorite books. I do love those books. But anyway, so yeah, I do love that about this book. But it is very slow paced at times. And there is a weird romance subplot, romancy, lusty subplot where I'm like, what is this why is this happening? Like, what is going on? What the heck? And that's just a bunch of really random things. So, but other than that, I am enjoying it. And I feel very confident in the 3.5, 3.75. If I end up changing that, you will find out in what I'm hoping is going to be next week's video. So, yeah. Okay, for the next books, I have to explain a little bit. I am currently filming a video. And I was hoping to already have it done, but then life got in the way and I actually socialized for once, which is weird. But anyway, so I wasn't able to finish that video yet. I was hoping to have it done by today, but it didn't happen. Anyway. So these next ones are just going to be my predicted ratings and the ones that I'm going to make sure I do read for that video. And then if I get to the other two, I get to the other two. If I don't, I don't. Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I'm going to guess just because of I know there's a lot of like lust and spice and stuff like that in here. And I know there is one specific scene that everyone gets the ick on. Just for that, I'm gonna guess 3 star. 2.75 to 3 star. Maybe. Hopefully it's not that bad, but if it is, it is. I'll deal with it. Light Lark. This is one I'm actually very, very, very excited for. I'm gonna guess 4 to 4.5, maybe even 5 star, depending on how things go. I might be shooting a little too far for that, but Wildfire, I'm gonna guess 4 star, like 3.5 to 4 star, somewhere in there. Because this is the main one in the series I want to read, just because the premise sounds so fun to me. So, and that's if I have time. Well, actually, no. These ones, I am 90% sure I can get through, especially because Lightlark, I actually found out, is free on Audible, so I'm probably going to utilize that. And then these two, plus the reappearance of Rachel Price, are only if I have time. I don't think I'm going to have time for the reappearance of Rachel Price, actually, so never mind on that. But Caraval, this is one that I genuinely think I'm going to give it fairly highly of a rating. I don't know what I just said. Anyway, I'm thinking it's probably going to be 4 star. We're going to guess 4 star for Caraval. And then Daydream, which this is actually the one that has the least amount of spice, I'm pretty sure. So I'm probably gonna like this one more than the other two. Which I learned that I don't hate spice. I just hate it when it's fully based off of lust and no love is involved. That's just me. Anyway. For Daydream, I'm gonna guess like 3.75 to 5 star, something like that. So, yes, and then these are these are the books I'm 100% not getting to. So let's take a look at what I will not be reading this month. I will not be reading The Summer of Broken Rules, which I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of okay with that because I did kind of want to save this one for summertime because it's for the summer. A Man Called Ove by Frederick Bachman. I actually did really want to read this, but it's just not happening this month. Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Again, one I really, really, really want to read, but we will have to save it for another month. Snow Like Ashes. Who's this by? Sarah. I cannot pronounce that last name. Anyway, this one was literally just the TBR jar said brother chooses, and I sent a picture of this and 2 other books to my brother, and he said, I don't know, the middle one, I guess. Didn't care about what the books were about. Just chose at random. So, and then Unmade by Sarah Reese Brennan. This one I am both scared to read, but at the same time wanting to read because it'll finish out a series for me, but at the same time, the series is a little slow paced. It's okay, well, actually, no, because it gets very fast paced at sometimes, and then it gets very slow paced. It is not evenly paced at all. So, anyway, so those are the books I will not be getting to. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry, it's a day and several hours late, but I will see you guys next week for the video I'm currently filming, and then I have fun specialty videos for the next couple of weeks, and I'm excited to get to those. So, but anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.